Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. If you give me one moment and let me check my volume, always check your sound. Okay, and this is sound in a different way. I hope everyone is doing okay this morning. I'm starting early because I have somewhat of a long day. But before I start off and do anything today, I want to talk about the announcement of the t-shirt winner. So I did the show on Saturday. No, I think I ended up doing the show on Sunday. Is that right? Yeah, the Friday show. The Friday show was moved to Saturday. And let me explain why. On Friday, I had I went to Washington, D.C. to do a show with Garland Nixon. By the time I got back, it was going to be too late. So it would have been like 12 at night. No one was going to be around for a show at 12 at night. I moved that show to Saturday. That show was done, and it's been uploaded to Patreon, meaning anyone who's a patron gets to see that show. That was kind of the arrangement or the deal. The show will be done live, at which point it will be uploaded to Patreon for anyone to watch. So that is taking place. The second one is the announcement of the t-shirt itself. Now, the person who won the t-shirt has been notified, but there was a catch. I didn't necessarily know whether or not it would be okay for me to just announce the person's name out, because there have been some people on Patreon who said, don't announce my name. I am happy to support you. I'm happy for what you're doing. I don't want you to announce my name. So as a courtesy, before saying anything to anyone else, I made sure that person has said yes. So I'm going to do the announcement. Andrew Ibe Bodman is getting a t-shirt. It was just a random choice. It wasn't anything associated with it. It wasn't amounts or anything else involved. Andrew Ibe. Ibe is his name that he goes by. Bodman. Thank you for your support. Honestly, man. Thank you. And honestly, thank all the patrons for the support. We're going to have another one of these drawings next week also. I kind of want to have a little bit more to it, like a little bit more flair to it. Maybe draw names out of a hat or something like that. But either way. Yeah, I was at the Savage Visual on Saturday also. I was. How was it? Scary. What, the visual? No, the visual wasn't scary. It's what it was. But no, yeah, both things took place. I guess if people didn't see the show, if people were looking for the time for the thing, I realized I didn't set a time in stone. That was my fault. I think this week I am going to set a time in stone in advance, so we would know in advance what's taking place. The problem with setting a time in stone, I've been getting invites to radio shows, and when I get an invite to a radio show, that show is in DC, which means for the day I ended up gone. So if I set a time for a show on Friday and get an invite for a show on Friday, it screws the schedule. But I do so many shows. I guess I can give heads up in advance when I think the time will be perfectly fine for it. But that said, Andrew Ibe Bodman, congratulations, sir. You are getting a t-shirt. Now, the thing for this is, I've also, just as a heads up, I have been working on... This was one of the other things I've spent doing this weekend. Working on a merchandise shop. So this is now a new link at the bottom of the description box that you will see here. Right here. Alright, copy. It's not great right now, but it's a work in progress. That's me, just a man walking into the wilderness, no clue where he's going, in a path that's well trodden and yet full of terrors. I think that picture looks epic. That's me. My wife says I think all things look epic. These are the shirts that are there now. I'm going to be adding to this stuff. One of the ones I think that is awesome is this one. Fantastically Adorable Guaranteed. I love this shirt. I love this shirt. So I love the shirt because I think it's so ironic. Who's guaranteeing what? How can you guarantee that somebody else is fantastically adorable? A, what does fantastically adorable means? And B, how do you guarantee it? But who cares? It's the commodification of adorability. And because it's the commodification of adorability, I think that is such a capitalistic thing that it requires a guarantee and a guaranteer. I find this to be utterly absurd, and yet I find this to be kind of what we do on a normal basis. Look at the model herself. Why is she looking that way? Why is she standing that way? It's a t-shirt. It's showing it off in the most flattering of terms on this woman who's essentially picturesque. I have another one with a guy who's standing there doing the same thing. We commodify sexuality all the time. And think of the commercials that you're watching. An M&M walks around, is terrified that somebody's going to eat it, even though the product is actually eating those same M&Ms. It's chocolate. It's sugar. Now, same thing with this kind of, I guess I'm trying to make the point that people sell products in ways that glorify those products in ways that go wildly beyond the bounds of reality. And yet, that's the way we sell products. I'm saying if that's true, I can say that somebody is fantastically adorable. I have a floating scale, and I'll guarantee it. I thought that shirt was funny, that's all. I thought it was an anti-capitalistic funny thing. So, this is a new thing. But Ayebe, yeah, winner. I don't know if he's getting one of those t-shirts or one of the other ones, but I figure if I was giving t-shirts out, I kind of wanted them to be good t-shirts. So, but that's the thought so far. So yeah, I'm going to end this because I have a few shows that I want to do today. I've had a show that I've been trying to get out for the past 3 days. My Wi-Fi coverage in DC was horrific, and so that show didn't come out too well. So I'm going to get that show out starting next. Is this a 420? No, it's not 420. John Lockman. I love it when Jamal starts screaming as fuck. You know the funny thing about it? I could have started streaming at 4 a.m. I was up at like 3 a.m. playing around with that t-shirt thing. And I am not great at it. And I think I'm probably going to give it to another artist and say, hey, make this better. But I figure it's a start. And so I was playing with that at like 3 a.m. And my wife comes in and says, you need to do videos. Now, this is amazing because usually my wife is like, will you shut up all that noise in that room? Do you have to scream when you're doing your videos? And I'm like, what do you mean I need to do videos? And she's like, people are asking, what about the thing? And so, yeah, I could have started this much earlier than 6 in the morning. Could have started much earlier. So let's get into the news and let's get into other videos. I have two opinion pieces that I want to give. And then next, let's get into news afterwards. But yeah, we're starting early as fuck. I don't know how long I'm going to have, back and forth in some of the early videos because there's a few that I want to get out. But great at Inkscape. I can help you on those shirts. Maybe. I might take you up on that. Holy Cannabis Oil. Maybe. Resign Watson. Yes. Yes. Shea Ferguson. Yes. That's on my list. That's on my list. Yes. Yes. Tom Watson should resign. Tom Watson should resign. Hashtag resign Tom Watson. Agreed. Agreed. I'm going to end this. And I'll see you guys like in 3 minutes. However long it takes this video to flip. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys.